Dear brothers and sisters, I welcome you all to hear and see this video message. In this video, I am going to explain our Agarian distress in India. This article I wrote on 16th May 2020 and my suggestion already I sent to our union government through citizens portal mygovernment.in. Content for this video I given in the description, you can go through and study. As per NSSO and NABARD's All India Rural Financial Inclusion Survey, the monthly income of agricultural households from cultivation has been stagnant during the last 4-5 years. The average monthly income from cultivation was rupees 3081 in 2012 and 13 and rupees 3140 in 2016 and 17 NABARD data. If adjusted for inflation, there has been a decline. This is largely due to inadequate returns from the cultivated produce. As per the recent Commission for Agricultural Cost and Prices report, the existing minimum support price for different crops are lower than market prices and minimum support price are not fixed as per the formula recommended by the Swaminathan committee. While income from agriculture has stagnated in nominal terms and dipped in real terms, rural wage earnings, which constitute about 34% of the rural households' income, has stagnated during the last few years. The rural households' income from other allied activities has also recorded a dip in recent years. The pandemic and resultant lockdown are likely to further hit the rural economies adversely. With the contraction of wholesale agriculture, horticulture and dairy produce markets, supply chain have been badly hit, which would result in farmers unable to sell their produce at a minimum price that covers the input and related costs. Daily wage earners will also face substantial income contraction due to the lockdown. Budgetary allocation to the Food Corporation of India for the year 2020 and 21 is 77,982 crores, while the remaining amount rupees 1,36 trillion will be financed by borrowing from the National Small Saving Fund. The budgetary allocation for Food Corporation was lowered for 2019 and 20 from 1.51 trillion rupees as per the budget estimate to rupees 75,000 crore as per the estimate. By the end of 2020 and 21, the interest cost on the borrowed outstanding will be 68,400 crores. Eventually, reduction in budgetary allocation and making alternate off-budget financing will force Food Corporation of India procurement are critical for the income of many farmers in rural areas. Underfinancing Food Corporation of India will have an adverse impact on its financial viability and procurement. The revival of rural consumption demand can be realized by boosting rural income. In this pursuit, high minimum income support, minimum support price and enhancement of direct employment and minimum income support hold the key. Ultimately, what we should do in short-term macroeconomics, the best thing to do is to put money in the hands of the poor. The economy will revive and corporate sector will start investing once they see that. So this is the need of the hours to start minimum income support immediately in India. So grown episodes that go with reduction in inequality. These farmers groups are focused to borrow from money lenders and agatyas, that is middlemen, at usurious rates of 24 to 60% per annum. For instance, for marginal and small farmers, Institutional lending accounts for only about 30% of the total borrowing. The corresponding figure for landless agricultural workers is even worse as 15%. As a result, they do not stand to benefit much from the interest rate subsidy for the agriculture sector. Likewise, the benefits of subsidized fertilizer and power are enjoyed largely by big farmers. In urban areas, contract workers and those in the informal sector face a similar problem. The rapid phase of automation of low-skilled jobs and formalization of the retail sector mean the prospect of these groups are even bleaker. The medical shocks and crop failures push many families into the poverty trap. There is a strong case for direct income transfer to these groups. The additional income can reduce their indebtedness and help them get by without falling into the clutches of the money lender. In India, have around 6 lakhs villages but have only 35,000 public sector banking branches in villages. In total, NBA issued land amount of rupees 5 crores and more amount only contributes to 56%. As per financial stability report by Reserve Bank of India, default of this bigger loan amount, our public sector non-performance assets shoots up to 88%. This huge amount loan will be issued by regional officers, head offices of banks, but 50% of rural people not getting the banking loan. So they approach usury and landlords for financial support with higher interest. For these rural and marginalized people, banks they won't give loans, but with higher amount loans to individuals and corporates will give easily by the presence of pressure of politicians. But with higher amount loans to individual corporates will for this Reserve Bank of India and Union government and top officials and politicians will be responsible for higher non-performance assets and bad debts in our country, and they have hand in gloves relationship with them to spoil Indian economy. Many landless laborers, agricultural workers and marginal farmers suffer from multi-dimensional poverty. Benefits of higher economic growth during the last 3 decades have not percolated to these groups. Welfare schemes have also failed to bring them out of destitution. They have remained the poorest of Indians. Contract and informal sector workers in urban areas face a similar problem. Due to rapid mechanization of low-skilled jobs in the construction and retail sectors, employment prospects for them appear increasingly dismal. An income support of rupees 24,000 per annum, that is rupees 2,000 per 12 months, can be a good supplement to their livelihoods. This additional income can reduce the incidence of indebtedness among marginal farmers, thereby helping them escape money lenders and agatyas. Besides, it can go long way in helping the poor to make ends meet. Several studies have shown that at higher levels of impoverishment, even a small income supplement can improve nutrient intake and increase enrollment and school attendance for students coming from poor households. In other words, income transfer to the poor will lead to improved health and educational outcomes, which in turn would lead to a more productive workforce. It seems to be a good idea to transfer the money in the bank account of women of the beneficiary households. Women tend to spend more of their income on health and education of children. In Deuteronomy, Bible talk about Agarian distress in India. Deuteronomy chapter 15 verse 8. You government must be willing to share with them, that is farmers. You must lend them whatever that is good minimum support price, subsidy and crop insurance claim they need. Also in Proverbs chapter 22 verse 22 and 23. It is easy to steal from the poor, that is farmers, but don't do it. and don't take advantage of them in court. That is policy decision. The Lord is on their side. He supports the poor and he will take from those government who take from them. Also in Psalms chapter 112 verse 5. Good will come to those who government are generous and lend freely, who conduct their farmers' affairs with justice. Amen.